Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss Unit 2.3 of class 2nd year, I Dream a World, written by Langston Hughes. He dreams of a world with freedom, equality, and tolerance. Langston Hughes was an African American poet writing about the social situation of the African American community living in cities and suburbs all across the United States between the 1920s and 1960s. He is best known as a major exponent of the Harlem Renaissance, a cultural movement of the African American community. This movement was aimed at greater visibility for the community as a whole and for acknowledgement of African Americans as players in the socio-political and cultural life of America. Hughes himself wanted his fellow men to find greater integration into the mainstream of American culture, alongside the dominant white population. He believed that all races were equal and deserved to be treated with the same amount of respect. This is exactly the viewpoint that he upholds in I Dream a World. I Dream a World is a straightforward poem, the ideal world Langston Hughes imagined and looking forward to form in the future. So the poem, I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its path adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth and every man is free. Where wretchedness will hang its head and joy like a pearl attend the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world. Although the poem is very short, the poet talks about how he wants freedom and how he wishes for peace and love in the world he lives in. The poet says, a world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties, riches, and wealth of the earth, and every man is free. This is the part that really stands out to me. He says that he just wants equality for everyone on earth, no matter if they are black or white. He just wants everybody to be happy and free. He is trying to portray his determination to fight against oppression. He hopes that the society feels his pain and feels the need to change the way things were back in the 1920s. The poem shows that Langston Hughes is desperate for change, and he just wants everybody to be treated equally. He desires to reconstruct the meaning of Negro. He is trying to change the way African Americans are treated in the society so that everybody is seen with the same fairness. He is trying to change that the people are not treated differently because of what race they are. Basically, he is showing that no matter if you are black or white, you are worth the same. Black or white should be treated with respect and have equal opportunity. He mentioned the word dream 8 times throughout the poem, which shows his firmness towards achieving those values as much as possible. All men are created equal, and we need to be united together as a race, eliminate discrimination, racism, and selfishness. I Dream a World is written in the form of a dream vision. Hughes is ostensible, dreamer, and visionary in the scheme of things. It can be argued that the readers also engage in an active process of dreaming as they read the poem and follow the train of Hughes' thoughts. In fact, both Hughes and the reader dream the same dream. The poem consists of 16 lines. It is possible to break the poem up into 4 units, each composed of 4 lines, for greater ease of understanding and explanation. The poem is about absolute equality among all human races, no discrimination and conflicts. People are all friendly and kind. A perfect ideal world that everyone live in a peaceful world reveals the situation back in his ages in which discrimination, selfishness and rigidness are often. In the end he indicates the dream and willingness for all mankind create a better society altogether. Stanza first. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bliss the earth and peace its path adorn. Scorn means contempt, despise, open dislike. Adorn means to decorate or embellish something. The poem begins with the phrase, I dream a world, which makes it clear that the poet is in hope for something better, and in the rest of the poem he describes his dream. The poet says that he dreams of a world where no man will ever tease or discriminate against other men. Black and white will be treated equally. In such a world, there will be love and peace everywhere. The love here is the love for black, and peace is the eradication of discrimination. The poet expresses his desire for freedom from discrimination. There will be love and peace. Hughes says that he dreams of such a world where man lives in harmony with other men and no one looks down upon anyone else. He says that in his dream world, love and peace reign supreme. In his real world, men do look down upon other men on the basis of flimsy differences in appearance, especially in terms of skin color. In America, white people considered black people as second-class citizens. Their logic for doing so was one that invoked irrational hatred instead of love, and violent riots were more the norm than peace and harmony among races. Stanza 2. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day. Sap means weaken or deplete. Avarice means greed. Blight means destroy or blast. Personification of greed to express the narrator's moral opinion of greediness. We see that the second stanza also begins with the phrase, I dream a world. He desires a world where everybody, especially Blake, will enjoy the freedom of speech, the freedom to roam here and there. There will be no greed. Everybody will lend a helping hand. The poet expresses his desire for freedom and greed-free world. Hughes says that he dreams of a world in which everyone will both want and have freedom. In his dream, greed and avarice will no longer mar humanity. These statements, in turn, implicitly show that Hughes' real world is one in which certain men enjoy freedom of choices, whereas others are bound and gagged by the structure of society itself. Greed compels the first section of society to exploit the second one. Stanza 3. A world I dream, where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free. In the third stanza, the poet for the first time uses the word black. According to him, he wants a world where everybody, black or white, will have access to the resources of the country without any discrimination, and there will be complete freedom in doing that. He expresses his desire for freedom to use country resources without any discrimination or restrictions. Hughes says that in his dream world, all races, including black and white, but not limited to just these two, all the citizens will have equal opportunities for success. In reality, most majority white educational institutions, workplaces, offices, and entertainment centers did not allow colored people, black people to enter. Stanza 4. Where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy, like a pearl, attend the needs of all mankind, of such I dream or world. Wretchedness means poverty, misery. In the final stanza, he says that in such a world, there will be no misery. Where wretchedness will hang its head, there will be no misery, and everybody will have access to joy and happiness. The poem is all about the dream of the poet for black people of America, who have suffered a lot on the basis of their race and color. He says that he dreams of a world where wretchedness has departed from the lives of men and joy, happiness has come to reside in its place. However, the last line emphasizes that such a world can only exist in a dream vision, such is the one Hughes has articulated for his readers. Langston uses repetition to make a clear, strong statement throughout I dream a world. Personification is used again in the poem to create a more vivid description of an inanimate object, where wretchedness will hang its head. This is an example of personification as it is giving an abstract noun, wretchedness, a human quality, hanging its head. The use of personification enhances our mind to connect ideas and images and to think deeper of the true meaning of the poem. The theme of the poem is all men are created equal and we need to be united together as a race, eliminate discrimination, racism, and selfishness and individual desire. I thank you all.